Biddy, Rusty Wire here, your humble narrator. Welcome again to the Hated Noise channel, your number one place for old school role-playing games, focusing on Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition rules. And I gotta start by saying I'm kind of surprised. This whole YouTube idea of filming these things, getting the message out, has worked pretty good, because I have found out there is a lot of like-minded people out there who agree with me that Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition is the only edition. And 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons is nothing more than a bucket of shit. So thank you, sending me messages, emailing me. You've been very helpful and encouraging to me. So I hope you all do what is needed to be done and join the Hated Crew so we can show the world there is a real form of role-playing game out there. Not this PC goddamn 5th edition nonsense. And this ain't no political channel. I don't care who you voted for. None of that nonsense. But it would be nice to know a lot of you people still believe in something called reason and freedom of thought. Because these 5th edition people have never had the thought of thinking. What we want is role-playing games that you need to think, as well as there a chance of dying. You can have failure as much as you can have success. And that's what makes role-playing truly fun. And for all of you who have reached out to me, once again, thank you so much. It's nice to know in this world I'm not alone when it comes to role-playing games. And I want to keep a pure game out there with adds a lot of fun. You can, of course, always add your own rules, modify it, which fits best for your party. And as they say, there's no wrong way of playing Dungeons & Dragons. But there is a shit way called 5th edition. And with all that said, I think we should go ahead and move forward, because I need to explain to all of you what we call the master plan. Prosecute. So, the next remaining question here, and the big question, are my games pay to play? No, my games are not pay to play. They are donations. I would like every player, if they can, to donate anywhere from $10 to $20 per 4 to 5 hour gameplay. Now, I call this a donation because, yeah, you'll be buying me a cup of coffee. My mouth gets really dry when I talk for 4 to 5 hours. But beyond that, it's a building exercise. We work as a community. We slowly improve things, and we advance what we have to mainly improve our own gaming experiences. One example would be, you see this crappy ass webcam I got? Maybe a little bit of donation, we get a better webcam. Donation is another word because maybe somebody has an extra webcam, so they could donate it. Maybe improve the Wi-Fi signal. Get some sort of fiber optics. That way we have a better experience on my end. Another example could be more miniatures, more graph paper, more dungeon tiles, etc. Now we could also look at the bigger goal of things, and that would be getting our own website. Where unlike, say, something like Owlbear, that seems to be more centered towards this 5th edition crap, we could make our own website that is only for Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition players. And that would be awesome. So don't think of it as you're paying for a game. We all put in, we can improve our gaming experience. Another option could be beyond donations, if you do not have the money. A lot of people don't. A lot of people are not working. It's not that big a deal. We can work something out. Everything will be fine. It's not like these blue hairs I find on the internet that are often their stupid ass 5th edition games for $45 an hour. You look at their bio. Oh, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for 2 years, and I've been Dungeon Master for 16 months. And all it is one of their weird, boring sexual fantasies. And who the hell wants to hear about that shit? I am offering real advanced Dungeons and Dragons games, and we're getting deep. We're getting real deep. I've had a ton of inquiries. It's been very difficult for me to keep up with them. But luckily through these videos, I've been able to easily trim the fat. Because a lot of people see this. Oh, you're mean. Don't make fun of the blue hairs. No, they're sick people. I mean, they really are. I don't know what else to do about them. They're not my problem. But the thing is, we have a community now, and we're here for each other, and we're going to goddamn play some old school role-playing games. Now, my campaign. As I said, I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons well over 40 years now. As well as I gotta say, this current campaign I'm running has been going for about 25 years. And I will tell you one thing about it. There are people who have played in my game that are no longer with us, but yet their characters still live in the game. The game's been going on long like that. My current player right now, my right-hand man, Dr. Mike, he played in a previous campaign, and his character reached 15th level magic user. He's now joined Game A, and he's playing he's 3rd level now, magic user, who actually trained under his other character. So everything that happens is still stuck in the world. It's a gigantic world. I like to use, for now anyways, as we talked about donations, the Greyhawk map. Now when I play the Greyhawk map, I say it's year 1138. I think originally it was made, I think the year was like 790 or something like that. So it's in the future from there. Thusly, a lot of the dungeons you might be familiar with have changed, have been evacuated, different inhabitants, so forth and so on. As well as I find the problem with Greyhawk is they did a little bit too much lore about it. They kept writing books, so for me to truly run a Greyhawk campaign, I would have to have a tremendous amount of knowledge of that. And I got to be honest, I've read some of it, and it's rather boring. Rather, I've adjusted my campaign to fit within the Greyhawk map. And like I said before, and once again, we get donations going. We can get me a map builder. I could build a more accurate map to the world you're actually in. But once again, it really mirrors the same area of the Kingdom of Keoland where you will start your game. Everybody starts their game at 2nd level. Now everybody's been asking me about this particular game, and I'm doing something interesting. I'm starting this game with up to, I don't know how many yet, 4 parties. I don't think I can play more than 4 games a week, which is quite a bit. And the way it's going to work, everybody starts at the same starting point. And they're in the same time frame. Thusly, people from Game A could later run into people from Game C. Also, people from Game C may end up with a spout or some sort of argument with the people in Game B. Thusly, they could have actual head-to-head party versus party combat. But then again, maybe Group A and Group C become close friends and work together to defeat a common foe. Another interesting thing about this is everybody will be about the same level in the same area. So every different game could compete against each other, just like the old Gen Cons. Thusly, everybody would play the same dungeon and get points depending on their successes or failures. Thusly, one of the groups would be the ultimate winner. And as I said, this game has been going for 25 years. There's a lot going on. Earlier this week, we started with Game A, who has, once again, Dr. Mike as a player. Now, he has actually been playing in this game since the beginning of this year. And we had to start it out, and I kind of felt bad for the new players because Mike was telling them about all the things that have happened in the last level because they are still fluid to this moment. My game has very, very many different levels. Very many different people you can encounter. You can change things accordingly. The way my game works, it's a little different. Most games, it's kind of like a movie where it has a script. Well, see, here's my script. It's all empty. It's all what the players make of it. How they handle challenges, who they meet, what decisions they make. It's truly open-ended, but it gets very, very deep. So if you're one of those people that likes the average sand crawl dungeon dive, that's in there. But there's always a reason why you went into that dungeon. Now, sometimes maybe you just stumble across it, sure. But at the same time, it leaves reason to why you're willing to risk your lives to go after such a treasure for some reason or another. So there's always a backstory to it, as well as that backstory could be continuously changing to your actions. Also, it'd be interesting to have all these other groups because they could change the fate, say, of A group to change the fate of C group. So I appreciate all your guys' interest, and hopefully I've explained a little bit more of how I'm doing these different groups, as well as each group will be given a different time frame. Understand it's a little difficult for me with my schedule as well to work out 3 to 4 different adventuring parties and a time and day. Now I hope all you guys that go ahead and join up with us and join the Hated Crew are loyal and you're able to stick with playing. My biggest other problem on the online is people flake out. So what we're really looking for is people that are devoted to a deep, advanced Dungeons & Dragons first edition rules experience of an ongoing, deep campaign. Thanks again for all your interest. I mean, I'm so happy there's people like me out there that have a true love for real Dungeons & Dragons. Be well.